Like people say, okay, well, you don't like camping, but you'd sure love going to Hawaii. No, I wouldn't. I'd be bored stiff.
Yeah,
bored stiff in about 6 hours. I'd be like, can I go home and work on my cars now?
You want to do a Mexican vacation in Puerto Rico or whatever?
No,
or
never. I never want to do any of that. I just want to get up, work on my cars, go back to bed.
Beers and sandwiches and doors, oh my. Am I gonna take your mirror off? Whoa, just above.
Don't scratch my Dodge. Oh dear. Yeah, that's some snowy bullshit.
Snowy day. You gonna make it?
You gonna make? I don't know, man. I can't help you. I don't know, man. You're on your own, man. Oh, you didn't tell me there were doors and shit.
I know. Hey, why didn't I do
cars.
a two-door?
Yeah, or a convertible, or
trust me when I was
or a motorcycle.
When I was stripping the paint off, I was like,
Yeah,
I've got another door.
Yeah.
No.
Well, they sure look clean. That's awesome.
They're not rusty. So
yeah, well, that's number one, right?
Yeah.
How many of these cars are not rusty? 0. So that's awesome.
Shit. They're dented and banged up, but they're not rusty.
Well, today I've been banging the dents out of the roof. I started on this side.
What? Wow. Hey.
Oh, we got getting there. Yeah, that's on now. So,
That looks like
well, it's close
Buddy.
enough. Yeah.
close
And,
enough. That's magic.
We had to do a very slight modification to the way it's attached because originally it goes on the other side and the flange from the trunk drop is over top of it.
Oh.
But the trunk drop flange was rotted off and I'm like, that's a bridge too far. So we're just, I just lapped it on this way just to make it easier.
I don't care.
Yeah, so whatever.
Do whatever you want.
As long as it all fits and looks mint, right?
Yeah, no one's gonna know except for you.
Oh yeah, last time you saw this, I hadn't done that. Yeah, no, you've been gone all week.
I've
Been busy.
that job thing.
That stupid job, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's all right.
Yeah,
That's
that
all
looks
we're
great.
after.
that looks just killer.
Well, I just want to get this shit done so we can get onto the fun stuff. Because once we're onto the fun stuff, everybody can help.
That's right. Yeah.
But this is the... I thought I'd have this quarter finished last night and no goddamn way. So
Yeah, no, I mean, right? It's brand new, dude.
yeah, the other side was so cherry I got my hopes up, right? The other side I had to put just the teeniest little piece in.
Oh,
But yeah, right, just garbage. Yeah. No dice.
It really is garbage, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, thank you for...
Yeah, well, that's all right. I mean, it's not, I didn't make it perfect because all it's going to get is undercoating. The outside has to look decent, but the inside is...
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It makes no difference.
It's just getting a coat of tar, so I didn't get carried away. But it all has to fit because it lines up and welds to this, and it, you know, and this has to sit inside there, and this curve has to be exactly the same. So, yeah, it doesn't look like hard. Well, it wasn't hard until you try and make it fit.
Right.
Then it gets harder.
No,
So,
that's really
now, before I get too far up my own ass, there was the first attempt.
Oh, yeah.
But you can see, look at the balloon.
Oh, yeah.
I got too carried away on the log and I was like, boom, stretch it all out, yeah. And then I flattened it out and I'm like, oh, it's a balloon. So that went right in the garbage.
Oh.
So the second time I made gauges and I was a lot more careful. So this is the same as the other side. And that radius is the same from here, 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 here. And that's how cars are made, right? Like why make a different radius?
Right.
So that made it You know, it's what I should have done the first time, but I was just like, yeah, fucking go, let's go. I gotta get in a hurry, and so I fucked it up. So,
Well, I'm sorry you had to do that.
oh, I don't care. It really, I abandoned ship after about an hour
Okay.
because it's about how long it took me to get it that far, and then I'm like, this is not happening. So that's what that was for.
Well, that one looks mint, and so does that inner. Like that looks.
Yeah, it should look fine.
That
Right?
looks OE.
Okay, getting that starting to go on now. Well, it's just running out of steam because Andy's stripping the. Did you say this is, just because nobody's ever going to believe this, this is new old stock.
This is new old
stock Fender for a, what did you say, 57-year-old Datsun. This Fender's never been on a car.
Till now.
And Andy is stripping the factory primer off. Ashley's a little picky, apparently this
Some rust under there.
underneath
Oh,
is
crazy,
yeah.
eh?
Not gonna just paint over what do they call that? Shelf wear. It's got some shelf wear. But that, I mean, if you had told me when we started this project that you were gonna find original untouched Fenders, I would have been sure. But they never repop these, right? So these are Nissan parts, right?
I think the other one has the part number still on it, on the back side.
Really?
This one, I don't know if maybe it was covered up or something, but yeah, nice.
And they're straight too, eh?
Yeah, they are. It's actually really, really good. There's not
That's
much,
unbelievable.
not much to mess with here.
This is
one
the first
bonus.
I've seen them. I know you told me you had them, but I had never seen them. That is unreal.
Yeah, we'll just hit
A
them.
couple of parts like that can really save the project, right? Because
Well, now you got
even the nicest ones you're ever going to find, you're going to be putting a few little squares in them, you know?
Well, they all go. They all
there, right?
rust
Yeah,
here.
oh,
where the
right up
tube-
that whole
Yeah,
seam,
that's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we're going to put some undercoating in there or something, I suspect, eh?
Probably, eh?
Probably not going to drive it into salt either.
Yeah, I like what you say. It'll never get wet again.
It's never getting wet again. That's right. And you got a pair of these, and they're both this good.
Yeah.
Popping dents out of the roof most of the day.
What you need is a beer or something, eh?
I do.
Then you'll be fine.
The Unispotter stud. How's that going?
Yucky! It's okay.
Oh, it's coming out.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's getting the yank. Yeah, it's fun. These were really state of the art back in the day. Now they're pretty barbaric, but you know, it still does the job. Oh yeah. Well,
I don't know.
we don't have to put very much filler on that.
No.
When you're done, then that's good enough. Or you can keep going, do as much as you want. There's one other spot that we gotta do.
Let's go look at that.
This is a perfect example of why we still keep that thing around. Is that, yeah, you're boxed out.
Right
there.
here,
You
right?
cannot, yeah.
Spot weld, spot weld.
Obviously the bumper is slid into that. Do you have a good bumper now, you're saying?
Ish.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah. The best bumper I have is
Yeah, it's
came
going
with this
on.
car.
Okay.
And it's not rusty, but it's, again, like the rest of the car.
Dented up, yeah.
Yeah.
So we got that, and we've got some taillights. I'd like to pretend that that was good news, but they don't fit worth a shit, so we got work to do there. And we got damage there and here. So there's more to do there. Been diligently welding away on the quarter, and that actually has gone reasonably well. So now I'm going to finish up in here and weld it all along the bottom, and then we can start reassembling it back here. And then I've got some work to do to fit the taillight, and then a couple little dingers to sort out still, and obviously a certain amount of stretching and fiddling to do along here. So still a very long day on this quarter, and then
Moriarty.
and then rusty dog leg, yeah. So right, morale fading. Happy with that so far. I'm just happy that I made something that actually fit.
Typical shit, hey? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's no fucking shortage of shit.
Have you eaten, Dean? I'm trying to remember this was all smashed.
Yeah, yeah, I did. Yeah. Nice. Oh, that's better. Oh, so much nicer. Oh yes.
It's a little.
It's gonna butt up perfectly there. Hey, yeah.
Can you see those side cutters under that?
Yeah.
Sorry, over by Scott's.
Oh, sorry.
Right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right there.
I can cut those knees off, eh?
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Good. Good stuff. All right. Okay. So that you're happy with this now? Yeah.
Well, not quite.
Not quite.
Getting it.
Yeah. Yesterday the highways are shitty, man. Like it was so I should have. I apologize. I should have messaged you when I got.
Oh, that's no problem. When you said we're
I'm old.
it's like, no, we're not going to see Dean today.
You got the seal there, yeah. No, I don't know. It worked good. Like, oh, good greasy flips though. That was fun.
That was fun, eh?
That's good. Yeah, you guys, that was
It
good.
worked out good. Everyone's like, oh, I love those Dodges. Okay, great, buy them.
Yeah, buy it, yeah.
Love this car. Yeah.
It is going to be a cool car.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
it seems so far away from actual. It is.
We're only a couple weeks from shiny paint on this.
I gotta bring them. I have a bunch of Datsun lug nuts from it. I cleaned out this guy's garage. 4 bays worth of shit. And there was like it was like Datsun wheel lug nuts. It was like all labeled. So I got
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll give them to you. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's cool,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll bring them next time. Yeah.
That's actually going to be the best part of finishing this car.
Is you getting rid
Because
of
I
three
get rid of
carcasses.
3 cars. I get 3. It's like, all right, see you later.
Oh, you're gonna get rid of them, man.
Well, I don't
need them. Yeah.
I mean,
Go to Clayton's or something. Whatever. Yeah.
I'm
Well,
thinking
one's going to
Steve's.
be a running, sellable unit.
Oh,
And
okay.
the other 2 are just scrappies,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
As soon as this is done, we're going to get the Edsel over here and we're going to yank the transmission.
Yeah. I ordered the tranny kit
Well,
for
we
it.
got to do that with the hoist, right?
Well, that maybe, yeah, that might help.
You can drive it here or you can get it towed here, whatever you want.
Whatever.
And we will redo the transmission and put it back in the spring.
Yeah.
And then you can just punch D and actually go.
Hey, there's the part number. What does it say? 63
101.
10830 probably.
Yeah, it's too nice to paint it.
That's fine.
It's too nice to sand
Oh yeah,
it.
there it is
Yeah, I
again.
know.
63101 10830. Does it fit? Oh, it does seem to fit.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah. Oh, that's
That'll be
no
fine,
problem
eh?
at all. Okay, here. Couple of nuts and bolts. Put one at the the front, one at the back.
Right?
Move a bit there.
So crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I just can't believe you have these. Like, I could see having 1, but 2.
Wow.
Like, who's got 2?
Amazing.
NOS.
Yeah, my buddy Ross in Vancouver. He had him sitting for a long time.
Some paint stripper and scraping and cleaning.
Yeah,
and
I
then
got a
Scotch
for you,
Brite
my
and
friend. Sure.
yeah, fuck, thanks, buddy. Let's do that. And that's not the worst job. It's almost joint smoking work, honestly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just do
It's
whatever.
like art class again, grade 9.
That's right. There are no wrong answers as long as it's perfect.
As long as it's
Yeah.
No, actually, that only applies to Scott. Right?
Why have I got a different standard?
Pretty tough.
Dean's favorite thing.
Yeah, but pretty tough primer on here, I would say.
Yeah, I can't believe how much of a fight it's putting up.
Yeah. So I'm just
Like it's not like we're skimping out on the stripper here.
no, not at all.
And it's just you got a little wrinkle there, and
Yeah.
anywhere else that's.
Not much of, I mean,
Is this the good stripper?
Yeah.
What are you scraping?
oh, the glue.
Oh, that's right, all the upholstery glue. And I've got the kink out of the quarter panel. I haven't seen that before. There's a little residual damage from when it was hit in the back. And now that the installation is done, okay, I'm just gonna keep hammering on this quarter. What's your tedious task today, Ash? Tedious task today? Oh, I got double tedium going.
Oh, making sure.
This stuff is not coming off.
I'm sure there's no lead in it.
That's fine. I got
Just not
close up. Tedious close-ups.
Not fun.
It's like a game of Would You Rather with tedious tasks. Okay, what do you got for us, Dean?
Would you rather work on this wheel top arch with all this old glue that has to come off? It's so stuck on there, you know?
Oh, scrape and glue. Or scrape and paint.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is hard.
Oh my god.
And
you're actually doing that?
like it has to be kind of.
You have to.
Oh.
Get back up.
Yeah, get. Oh my god.
That's a lot of work, yeah.
Feel better about my life.
Yeah. You have the best job.
I get the
of all
loudest
of us.
tedious task
Yeah.
anyway. So we're trying to hammer the back fender close to shape. We're getting there.
Okay, weld it on.
Look at that. It's just...
It's new, right?
It's new. That's
cool.
just crazy. Yeah.
That's a very nice.
That primer, almost ashamed to take it off now. It's put
Well,
up such a fight.
There's like little squigglies of rust. You know?
Oh yeah, no, you got
You
it.
got to. So it's and the whole card
just-
was like that. It would be perfect, and then all rusty.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's
Once it gets under the paint, this is all you can do. What are you doing there?
Oh man, I'm almost got this whole thing done.
Gee, you're the
Man,
best.
that's a meticulous job.
Yeah.
What did he call it? Tedious task Tuesdays. No, Thursday. Okay, we'll see you on the weekend, buddy. Right?
Yeah, right.
Or when you're around, yeah?
Yeah, I'm around. I'm good. I'm
All
good
right,
for.
see how they're done.
I'm good for 2 weeks for sure. So it's go time.
Yeah. 2 weeks. Yeah, if you got 2 weeks, then it's painted.
Yeah, right. Thanks, Dean.
Yeah, nice little
Nice
car.
to meet you.
Nice
Hang
work,
out, yeah.
gents. Yeah, man. Thanks for coming over, Agent Dean.
Yeah,
Just
man.
come over more than once a month.
Which I'm trying. Like it looks like I got puke on my jacket because it's like PL 400 construction.
That's
grade.
what the P is for. Puke level 400.
Puke level.
Well, we did some work.
We did some work today.
I'm slowly bringing this quarter back into shape. And Dean and Ash spent quality time stripping glue and goo. Oh man, you got that 100%.
Yeah.
And sanded it.
It's hard to do because it's just tedious, but I mean, I got a bit of a method now. All right, man. Take care.
Okay, drive carefully, please.
Probably just drive straight.
You got lots of room, yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Cheers, buddy.
That's pretty cool. The oil soaked seal, as I rotate the crank, you can see that it actually coats the crank with oil. It's very cool. That rear main should last a very long time with that oil soaking. It's something I'm going to do in the future for sure. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get our mains buttoned up. Okay, I took a little detour there because I had forgotten to clean up the crank around the rod journals. So I went through, cleaned that all up with a 600 grit and 800 grit to finish. And then I went ahead and slapped it in, dropped the rear main seal, rope seal in, And I don't use whatever fillers that they provide to put on the side. A long time ago I just realized to fill it up with the right stuff on the block and in the seal and squeeze the two into place, and then wipe up whatever extra kind of squeezes out. I've oiled up the cylinders and we're ready to drop in number 1. I've oiled up the rings on the piston, put a couple rubbers here so we can't touch the crank in any way. I'll put a little, what is this stuff? Bearing guard. It's assembly lube pretty much. So I'll drop some assembly lube on the bearing and we'll go ahead and drop that in the hole. We'll see if we can get all 8 done here. This is number 3 rod bearing, and there's just chunks of it missing, and it's over like a good surface area all in the same spot. So I am uncomfortable running that, so it's going to be an all stop for piston install tonight, and we're going to get us a set of rod bearings and start again. So for the rest of tonight, I'm just going to measure those rods, make sure that they're standard, and then clean. So not too exciting. I'll check in later when I have some rod bearings and we're ready to go ahead again. It's kind of a bummer. Number 3 was like that, and I think number 6 was missing a few pieces off the bearing too. So that's enough to stop, get a set of bearings, and we'll go ahead. But successful anyway. 1 down, but that guy's going to have to come back out and drop a new bearing in there. Okay, just plastic gauge the rods. Number 3 and 4. We slide over to 015 or 0015. And you can see it's not quite that big. So again, we're somewhere between 0015 and 0020, and I would say that's 017, 0018, somewhere in there, well within spec still, so no concerns. Got the Bible at the ready here. Connecting rods, 4-barrel, diameter and width, clearance desired, 4-barrel, 001 to 002. Well within spec. So I'll probably check another one as I go along, but for now we'll just keep assembling. Okay, we got the bottom end back together. Everything feels really good. It's a little tighter than I would expect besides that, but I know everything's within spec, so I'm going to chalk that up to new rings and the rope seal. The rope seal surprisingly takes a lot of friction until that thing wears in. So anyway, it feels pretty good to get that put together. I might just go ahead and drop the camshaft in and timing set and then button it up for tonight. See how it goes. Looks pretty good. Yes, the factory does have little notches on the front of the pistons towards the front of the engine, and the numbers on the rods all go to the outside of the block, so it kind of makes things a little easy for you, almost idiot proof. Almost. But feels good. Okay, we got our new timing chain installed. I don't know if I can show you there. There's the mark through the center of the crank bolt and to the upper mark on top. You want to be able to split all those marks. So we've got that there. It's more for my benefit later when we go to start it and it won't start. I'll be like, no, I set that up correctly. And it's really heartbreaking to go and put the original camshaft back in, which is what I did tonight. After doing a little math on this camshaft, it's just embarrassing. Factory lift 0.414 to 424. I mean, these 906 heads, from my experience, are good up to 500-inch lift, 0.5-inch lift, and we are not tapping that at all. So it seems kind of like a waste of time to put something nice like those on there, but maybe one day we'll find some 1:7 ratio rockers and wake this thing up a little bit. Anyway, for now, it's a good night. Got the bottom end put together and a nice new double roller timing chain. I always spend the money for a double roller. They'll outlast the rest of my life, and this chain will still be fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little oil on that and bag it for tonight. That's a good night. We'll go ahead and disassemble those heads. I did pick up new springs for it because I think, based on what the owner told us, that this car sat around for like 30 years and I just don't trust running those springs anymore. So we'll pull the heads all apart. We'll give them a quick cleanup, throw some new valve seals at them before we might even machine them flat, because I did pick us up some new thin steel head gaskets. They're what, a 0.19 crush, if I remember right. So we'll maintain this advertised 10:1 compression ratio that this engine has. I mean, it's probably a little less. You can see that the piston does not come right to the very top. So, I mean, advertised 10:1 compression. So let's do what we can to try and keep it there. Wrapping a few more details up on the 383 today. We are all set to marry our gasket to that. I used the right stuff. It was recommended to me by a shop years ago, and I believe in it. We've got the surface all cleaned up. I'm just resting the gasket here, but the surface is all cleaned up with brake clean, ready to go. Oil pickup is in place, and then we'll get on to this guy. We got to knock that seal out of there and drop a new one in place, and we'll see how it goes after that. Okay, oil pan's buttoned up for now. I'm not going to torque everything, and I did not put sealant between the gasket and the block because my good torque wrench that I build engines with is getting repaired right now. So when it comes back, I'm going to pull that off and do a final torque on everything and carry on. I just wanted something to hold the gasket in place and give it a little bit of a squeeze. So I just gave it just a little bit of a little something there to hold it in place. And that's all buttoned up. So now we're going to move on to the timing chain cover, which I've got over here. I beat up the seal. Nothing tricky here. I just put it down here and I get my chisel on a sharp angle and just work it around the circle until it pops loose, which is exactly what we did. Now I've gone through and I put just a thin layer of grease. We've got our new seal ready to go, and I'm going to try and use the old seal to hammer it into place. Maybe that will work better. So yeah, nothing too tricky here. We're going to go ahead and get that knocked in. I forgot to mention that I also dimple out every bolt hole. So these get pushed in, kind of create a concave. And I get my straight edge over here and put a dowel underneath and hammer everybody until they're flat. And the oil pan had taken a bit of a beating. I'm not sure when or why, but one of these was crushed. And I had to, this guy over here had been crushed by something. So anyway, I hammered it until it was back, and then I had to work on the side to get this square again. So done. And I'll have to do the same with this, because I'm sure all of these holes are smacked in a little bit. So we'll flatten those out. We'll get that knocked into place and put a gasket on it. I think I've got something here in my kit ready to go. And we'll go ahead and get that set up on the engine. Okay, same game. Got a little right stuff on everything. I did put this edge through the wire wheel quickly just to make sure it was perfect. And then I sprayed it with brake clean just to clean up all the edges again. It's looking nice and clean, ready to put together. I'm not going to put any sealant down there for now. Our seal is in. I've put a little grease around the seal just to help break in. And we'll grab our gasket. Drop our gasket in place. And throw it on the engine just to kind of hold everything where it ought to be. Love right stuff. I don't find it terribly hard to clean off after if you have to get back into your engine. And what I love about it the most is that little chunks or pieces that you may see on the side do not break off and find yourself in the oil passages of your engine. So that's one of the reasons I was told to use it, and so that's ready to go on the engine. So I'll do a little shout out to my brother-in-law here who's been coming by doing hours of shit work to clean everything for the engine, and as you can see they look fantastic. Just before I mount them, I just give them a little shot with brake clean, blow them off with the air gun, and they're ready to install. So thanks Dave for coming by and doing all the shit work, buddy. Okay, easy peasy. Stuck the timing cover on. Threw the last two oil pump bolts in. It's kind of important to do this now while everything's setting up, just to make sure that your holes line up. In my case, the gasket had moved forward when I put the timing chain cover on, so I was able just to loosen up a couple of bolts and drop the tension and then pull the gasket forward and set everything up again. So I'm just doing like I don't know what that is, 3 pounds of tension just to kind of hold everything in place. Nothing at all. And I should also mention, when I finalize this, I'm going to put a little right stuff on the threads and on the underside of all of these bolts. If you don't, you'll find that oil is seeping out around the heads, and it kind of ruins all the hard work that you're trying to do. So finishing details later. We'll let that set up, and I think we'll get to hanging up our little shed and tearing the heads apart, and then we can do a little porting work on them. See how it goes.
Look how weird and shiny it is. Right?
God.
Yeah, no, that was a lot, but I couldn't relax, right? I had to get it better, so.
Wow. That's so good.
Oh God, Scott, that's amazing.
Yeah, it really is good.
Yeah, so I'm really, well, it was, you could almost prime it and paint it.
Oh,
yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah.
What grit did you finish with?
That's just with the shrinker disc. I've been going back and
Oh,
forth
I see.
over it. and so it gives it a bit of a polish, but it
That
doesn't.
looks nice, eh?
This is taken from the other side. There's the line.
Oh, you wild.
Oh, you old template.
You're a wild man.
Oops, where did it? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So you can see.
Nobody's gonna know from one side to the other.
I guess, eh?
Yeah.
But when I started, it was not anywhere near that.
Is that right, eh?
Well,
Well, and you
then-
didn't look bad when
No, when you first
started,
showed us
yeah.
the pic, it looked
No,
great.
it wasn't bad, but
It doesn't
But,
take much,
yeah.
I guess, eh?
well, even just a slight difference down here, like I had to flatten that out because I had it too much of this, and then you put this on and it sat out here, but it was touching there.
Where's the drive shaft for this thing?
Why?
It's missing a few things.
Yeah.
Check it out. You put some clear on there.
Yeah. Look at it, eh?
Shines.
That's gonna look good.
Yeah. So with a tiny amount of body work, it's gonna look fine.
That's gonna look really good.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's amazing, eh? How you can just see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that you
No,
fought with it.
fuck, hey.
Yeah, but
The idea is to get better. That's the thing.
yeah.
Like, I don't mind because I get to practice and I get better. And then when I do my own cars, I always
get better.
learn. I get to practice on somebody else's, yeah.
You can learn on someone else.
That's right,
yeah.
learn on someone else's, that's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
If they fuck up, that's too bad, eh?
Yeah,
No, that looks really nice.
yeah, well, and that's all it has to be. It doesn't need to be more than that.
Did you get your car started? No. Have you
No.
got the key?
Yeah.
Should we go do that? While it looks nice out?
Cold start.
So nice.
Ready for 2 consecutive start fails?
Start
The Volvo? No, not yet.
Tom, you got a potato?
A potato?
You got a potato for the tailpipe?
I thought you were gonna like power the starter off a potato.
That's Garage 54.
Oh, that's right. Oh, boring. Yeah. No drama there. There's no black smoke. There's no white smoke.
It's a miracle car.
Well, that's impressive. Didn't even turn over twice. Well, there you go.
Well, it was supposed to be my winter beater.
Yeah, years ago. Well, it is kind of getting all rusty.
I know.
Starting
We
to
gotta
rust
fix
out
that.
on you already.
I can't stand it.
I gotta
I
fix that.
can't stand
It
it.
ruins the car.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta repaint that quarter.
It's so
panel.
perfect everywhere else.
Everywhere else is fine. That's the only part I didn't fix when I rebuilt it all. More problems.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take a base stripper any day.
That stripe looks so good. I just love it. Miles, the tailpipe on this thing's as big as what you run.
Is it?
Yeah. It looks like a 2.5 inch.
pipe coming
Yeah.
out the back?
Oh, and it goes!
Little puff of black on the way.
Ah, it's 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
That kind of day. The warmth has something to do with that.
Yeah, that looks very
Let's
nice.
see if they can 4x4.
Oh, these tires are so bad. I doubt it would even get out of there.
He's probably got half a day on the roof.
Oh, dent.
It's
Dents
all
aplenty.
dented, right? But I was thinking maybe, you know, we could do just a mock-up and fit, see how we can get it
Guys
fitting.
wanna mock up the
Vinyl
panels,
top,
that'd
hey?
be a good job.
Vinyl top.
Vinyl top
Yeah. You don't have to mention it.
on the 411.
Vinyl top.
We sprayed a lot of those goddamn things
Oh,
way
yeah,
back when.
Put a fake
Yeah,
rock art top
yeah.
on it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. We did hundreds of them. Okay, we gotta go.
You gotta go.
Got things to
You
do.
got here.
Yeah, you're a man in action.
You gotta go home and wash your truck.
Look at that thing.
Wash the truck.
It's getting all rusty.
Look at this thing. You can't even see out the back window, man.
It's got a squirter there. You see?
Time for a trade in here, Tom.
Fucking Michelin tires, the whole
It's a
bit.
piece of shit. It's okay. It's good enough to tow.
White letters
You know, good enough to tow
letters
behind the
out.
motor.
All right, you guys, it's actually gonna be busy today, so more horsing around. What do you got there? High performance radiator?
High performance. So yeah, right?
Yeah, sure.
Different spot.
but it, you know, gives us a nice,
Oh, there you go.
tells you exactly where it needs to go.
Okay, good.
And it makes sense, so we're gonna do that.
And you got hook clearance.
We're gonna do that.
Yeah.
We're gonna cut that. Maybe
Anybody
we'll do a little mock-up.
Yeah, I'm all
I got
for
the
it.
hood, I got the valance, got the fenders.
I got a beat out dents on the back valance. I believe this side we were pretty close. I don't think there was too much to do
Nothing
here.
down here.
Oh, if Ash is bored or welding later, or if you and or Myles want to weld that closing panel for the rocker.
Oh yeah,
that can get welded in.
we also have to weld this.
Okay.
That's where that,
Oh well, yeah, that's forklift. Yeah.
is that what it is?
No, probably for picking it up. It's obviously something.
I'll probably open that up with a blade width maybe, or what do you
No,
think?
I would just clean it up.
Clean it up and go for it?
Clean it up really good and just go for it. Just like put tacks next to each other. Tack, stop, tack,
Is it actually
stop,
split?
tack.
Oh yeah, this was
split
all,
wide open. Yeah.
this was all like,
Yeah.
and I hammered on it, but it's good enough.
So that's good.
And then I got a weld. Yeah, this is all busted here, the seat.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, well,
Anyway,
there's some work to do, and there's still all the dents on the roof that aren't done yet. Some of them are done, but most of them are not. You guys concentrate hard under the hood, and I already made the panel for there. We got to make one for here. It's even worse, and I got to make the dog leg. But I don't need to weld that shit in. You guys, there's nothing there that you guys haven't done 100 times. All I'm here to do is make the panels and get it as straight as we can in the reasonable amount of time. All right, well, I thought that I was done, but I just realized that there's still the closing panel for the back of the rocker to do, but that takes care of the dog leg. What are you building, Ash?
Oh, well. We got that cut
Oh,
out
look at that.
and recessed, so that's good.
Yeah, great.
All right, we're gonna cut that next. We're gonna dimple some of that, hopefully.
Yeah, okay, good.
And,
And Myles has stripped all the rest of the paint off of this fender, finally.
yes.
Man, if we could only figure out what kind of primer that was so we could buy it, because wow. Bunny's in there stripping the paint off of the bonnet. Let's have a quick boom. How's it going, Bun? Oh, look at that. You doing a third coat?
We ran out.
Oh, okay. Thanks for stopping in, boss.
Yeah, I'm glad
Yes,
I did something
appreciate that.
productive. I may not see you till after the holidays now.
Yeah, well, have a good one, boss. I guess I'm gonna go right on to making the back of that rocker closing panel there, because that one's worse than the other side. It's just rusted right to shit, so. Oh, and there's the color that it's going.
Like to match the wheels that you're gonna run as a spare.
No, that I don't have. Yeah, that I don't have. It'll just be a generic steel wheel.
You gotta take off, buddy. Thanks so much for coming. Well, have a good Christmas, buddy. Thanks again. Stay in touch after. We'll get together.
I will see you shortly after the holidays, I'm sure.
Great. I will be here doing exactly this.
Today's at 641.
Yeah, day 600. Oh yeah, I'm gonna finish the rocker closing panel. Where does the old one gone? This one was just, by the time you repaired it all, you had to make a new one, so I just made a new one. So that's in there, just with a couple screws, and now I gotta drill, punch a few holes, and then we're gonna weld that in. And I think that marks the end of the rust. So Ash has got some broken floor there where the seat bolts, and what were you doing up here? You got some bracketry?
Yeah, we're gonna weld that there.
Okay.
And there's a fuel filter, something
Yeah.
that goes here.
Okay.
Drill a hole there.
Great. And then
I still have to
Yeah.
do that, yeah. Then we gotta come up with a plan for this.
oh yes, we gotta start that. All these are on here for is to fit them up.
Correct.
Right? So as soon as the edges all line up, they can come back off and the dents can be dealt with I might pop some of them out just for chuckles, but we really got to concentrate on getting the body done. Looks good, right?
Closer every day, man. That's
That's
the bottom
right.
line.
We gotta hustle. That's right.
All I'm saying. So
Oh.
if you tweak this in only this direction,
Yeah.
then this edge will sit flush with this edge, and then that's
You guys
one
don't have
whole
it on
issue.
10 seconds. I'll
Look
just
at him,
grab
look
it
at him,
from
he's
you.
videoing it.
Fucking
He's videoing
put that thing on there like you. Yeah, done.
With a stick welder.
If you just kick it up like that, like 2 degrees.
Hey, give me this thing. Give me this thing.
Yeah, just give it a tweak.
It's going in. It looked good. It looked good in the other car. So why wouldn't it look good in this?
Look good on paper.
Right there.
That's a disaster.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Ready?
As long as it doesn't move. Did it stick?
No.
Fuck.
Beautiful. That's fun. Maybe.
This is gonna be our 30-minute video
That's right. This is a
bracket
Thursday
install.
video, yeah. Ashley puts 2 tacks in.
2-tack ash.
2 tack.
Two tacker.
You got 2 guys,
No, I'm
1
not
hour,
happy.
1
Not
weld.
Not happy.
Am I happy? Hold on.
I don't even know your.
These can't be fucking scraping paint off when you go to close it.
Yeah.
You see how fucked it is?
Fuck.
Here, give me this. So it's gotta be lower than that.
Measure twice, cut once.
You just gotta go for it, right? Oh, that's hot. Ooh, that's a nice weld.
That is a nice weld. But will it straight paint?
Zooming in on it. Okay.
Will it straight
I
paint
think
though?
no, it's not gonna spray paint. I think we're okay.
You get your second tack in.
If you dare.
This is one of those tack no bash situations.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with those. I'm only familiar with tack heavy bash.
Heavy on the bash.
Oh, it's not great. It might
Oh,
be
yeah,
coming
Mark.
off again.
Okay, well, I'll come back next week when you get a decision made here.
Oh, boo.
Oh, boo.
While you're in there, mark this out.
Mark what out?
The bash. Heavy on the bash.
Oh, that's gonna take another year of.
I'll go grab the hammer if you mark it out.
He doesn't want them.
I refuse.
Is that welding helmet right beside you?
Yeah, there's a welding helmet too. No, I can get it. You got to get the first one.
Safety squints.
It looks great.
Does it?
Join us next week.
Where we at our
Where
second
we
tack.
cut it off.
Ashley cuts it off again. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Happy?
don't
Looks
know.
great.
Let's find
Put another one on
100%. So you're gonna hold the dolly
Yeah.
on the
just
outside. Less
Yeah,
is
the
easier.
impact was always about right here.
Yeah.
In kind of in line with that. But you're right. We need to make it look like it was.
Oh yeah, cherry.
Has to look
yeah.
factory. Start with this side. And
Right.
just go. And you'll get it. You'll be done in 5 minutes. Ash can always get another Fender oil.
So
He's got a bunch of these cars, eh? As soon as this is done, he's losing.
Oh, I'm just gonna cave it in a little bit and fuck off.
Oh, it's harder than I thought. The suspense is killing me.
He'll have room for a 350 when he's done. Ruined.
You're right, it does move pretty easy.
Yucky.
Oh, yeah.
It's a heartbreak. No, the windshield's not gonna fit.
It seems to be pushing this up right here a lot though.
Yeah, it's okay. And,
Look at that,
Don't
man.
use the
That's-
dolly a couple of times and it'll draw it back down. Okay guys, see you later. You know you gotta stay now until it's nice.
Yeah, my work here is done.
That's gonna be fine.
It's turned out great.
Yeah, that's gonna be fine. Look how easy he just hops in there, eh?
I know.
It's like that's what 30 years.
the
difference
champ
that-
with the slow knees around here.
Yeah.
that's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's there now, right?
It is, yeah.
You know, you're lucky because we were all looking forward to this, and you got to. This is the only part of the job I was looking forward to. The big wooden mallet, yeah. That's going straight to paint, by the way. So whatever you make a mess there, that's got your name on it.
Oh, so you can skim your stuff, but
Oh
not
yeah, my
mine?
stuff gets Bondo. Your stuff gets paint.
That looks pretty good. What do you want more than that?
I don't know. I'm not looking at it from the right angle.
Well, first of all, the hood's here.
Yeah.
It looks
Oh, that's
great.
alright.
It looks great.
Dude, yeah, that couldn't be made.
That looks good.
Looks fantastic. And it was originally where it was back here somewhere. So, right?
Yeah,
Put a
something
good
like that.
couple inches on there.
Totally.
It'll all make sense once the carburetors go in there. That's cool. Well, nice
That looks
work.
very
that's
good.
enough.
That looks very good.
I kind of committed to only going that far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's great. That's
looks-
exactly what the job needed. Nice swoopy vibe to it though. Yeah. Yeah, nailed it, buddy.
Yeah, very nice.
Okay, now we'll finish the roof. More fucking more, eh?
Thank you.
Pilot holes are for cowards.
Okay.
Okay, move over. There. Okay, move up.
It doesn't seem too
Stressed.
strenuous, does it?
Yeah. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I just need to be able to do it with a dolly.
Okay.
Because with two people, I don't know what I'm hitting.
There you go.
Okay, point it that way. Okay, whoop, whoop, that's good. Yeah, thanks.
That's it.
Okay.
It's looking good.
I just know if I drop the dolly
Oh,
and push
yeah.
my hand on
Oh
that,
yeah,
I'm gonna be sad.
yeah. Yeah, you're hot, Steven.
Steve didn't want to hear
Sorry,
that.
that sounded good.
Okay, thanks. This takes a while, but is it still faster than cutting it all out and putting another one in? Yes. Form that edge up and watch this. It'll just fix itself.
Really?
A little more, get it nice, just one spot of it red there.
That just kicked.
Okay. We got it red hot right there. A little higher up. Okay, great.
Oh, I see.
There.
A little shrinky.
Just keep going up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. Then we can just quickly
Wow, eh?
I'd call that good enough for now. Right? I mean, that gets you your distance and your flat. There's two slightly irritating problems wrapped up. Hey,
Yes.
happy fella.
Yeah, that was a
Actually,
good
we
day.
had a lot of irritating, shitty jobs today. Then I'm kind of thinking, have we not had anything else? That's what fixing cars is. Pulling dents with the unit stud gun, it's all bullshit.
It is.
There, big reinforcing washer welded in there. And
So that's sand
panel repair welded in there.
as well.
That actually ended up fitting very nicely in the end.
Didn't I sand those? I sand those.
Done.
Oh,
Happy with the quarter panel. You can see it's nice and shiny. And just beating dents out of the roof now for the rest of the week. We're just like, how close are we getting it?
Look how good, right?
Yeah.
The underneath is done. Dude,
That's right.
That was a...
You did finally get the old
Yeah, don't look too close.
reservoir in there.
Yeah, but that's good.
Yeah, solid.
That's
And
solid.
Whatever this was.
Solid,
fuel
solid. Yeah, that's for the fuel filter. I welded up this hole. That turned out.
Oh, we
I'm good
didn't
with
do the
that.
battery thing.
Oh, we got
I
the battery.
distracted.
Yeah, we got the
Okay,
battery.
gotta do that.
But that's it.
Yeah. And fitting the panels till you're happy. I think we're pretty close on this side, right?
We are. This fender's gonna need, like it gets gappy up here for some reason.
Oh, okay. It's just touching the windshield there.
It's touching here, and then it's touching.
Yeah, okay. That's
Nothing
easy.
serious.
Yeah, great. And it's not too bad. I mean, these are like
Oh yeah.
9 millimeter gaps, right?
I just want it consistent, and when I first chucked
They
it
are
on,
pretty big gaps, aren't they? But that's good. You know what? I like that now. Like,
because of the look of our, right?
yeah, well, just no, as long as they're even. But it just
I agree.
modern cars, everything's just so,
I agree.
you know, these have a certain kind of charm with the big gaps. And the thing is, when we're all done, it's going to look excellent.
That's gonna be fun. And it's just gonna be like Lego. It's like, oh, clean up a part, bolt it on.
Hold it
Next,
on. Yeah.
right? Like that's just as fun as it can get.
But first, there's this.
But first, there's well, this is fun too. It's just a fucking grind.
There's just a lot of
It's just a lot of it. Yeah.
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 It's Boxing Day, and most people would probably take the day off to relax and whatever. But no, we are on a schedule here, and so we are going to try to get as much body work done on this Datsun today as possible. I've got most of the metal work roughed in now, so let's get busy. Beer time. You done yet?
Yeah.
That's an affirmative.
That's an all, yeah, I'm all done.
All done, good.
Hung the door, and
Oh, yeah,
I'm
thanks.
about to start sanding that side of the vehicle.
Okay, perfect.
What do you think of those doors?
They fit great.
They fit pretty good.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be much better than that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just chucked them on there, and
Yeah.
they sort of look good, like this line.
Yeah, no, that's the most important one is there, and seem to be spot on there. Good.
Even.
Oh yeah, well that's okay. No, that's all right.
Do you want me to sand the roof, or do you want me to sand that quarter?
Start with the quarter, and I'll be blocking off the first bit of bodywork here. Everything should go pretty quick because we got her all pretty close. So.
Good.
And yeah,
Exciting.
Yeah.
Moving
Well, I
forward,
was
like-
getting pretty tired of pounding on it.
Yeah, I know.
It was several days of.
Just constant.
Well, it's got to be done. So I just kept telling myself, the more you pound on it, the less time you spend sanding it. So, okay, where are we at on Datsun? Bodywork roughed in. Just moving to the roof now. Ashley is still sanding the parts you never see.
Yeah. I'm pretty good at it, though. Hey?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the parts you don't see.
This is just a quick sketchy splash. Oh yeah, we made the battery tie down. Is that where that goes, or does it go like this?
No, it's okay. It didn't make any sense to me, but it does.
Okay.
Well, that's fine.
Radiator support.
Oh, I could sand that, couldn't I?
Yeah, you could get that done.
Yeah.
That all worked out really nicely,
Did.
actually.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. And bodywork going very quickly. So I'm gonna smear this the magic on the roof here. It actually came out quite well. Pretty happy with that. For something that was hand-burglared, you could almost just prime it, but let's save a bunch of showing off and quickly let it. Close-up sanding time.
No.
Oh no. What you doing, Bun?
Nothing.
Nothing. You just screwing around. You do it any way you like, Bun. It's awesome. And yeah, it's gonna be nice. We'll make that nice. Something happened here, eh? Woo.
Yeah, for sure.
Something bad.
A bit moldy and feel moldy.
Yeah, it's had some fixing before. That's enough. God. Man, remember we used to paint them in the driveway and mask them up with newspapers, and now when did we get so fancy?
It's close. Close.
We used to be cool, man. These cars are all fancy. There we go. I'm gonna see if I can get the front too. Oh my, uh-oh, new problems.
We're from Houston.
Here.
You doing this?
Yeah.
Just waiting for a crowd. That's where the money is. Bunny on Bondo Cam. Bondo.
Bondo Beach. Sorry, I can't help it.
Bondo Beach, where's that from?
Well, I think it's Bondi Beach.
Oh, Bondi Beach.
Yeah, like every time you put Bondo on, you just have this funky.
You should have a Bondo theme song, yeah.
And you make it so popular that they want to sponsor you.
Yeah. This guy's probably your guy.
It's a
You
Christmas
get one
miracle.
quarter of that in there. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the show again this week. As always, a terrific time putting it together. And I want to wish everybody a very happy new year. Have a terrific 2025. And I know that I'm looking forward to it very much. Thanks, as always, to the patrons of the show. You guys make it possible for us to save these cars. There's just no other way that we could take this much time and do this. So, the show is for you. Thank you guys so much. Of course, I want to say very sincere thanks to everybody who pitched in through the PayPal or super thanks option here on YouTube. Very much appreciated, and it does really help us put these cars together. Cheers. Speaking of putting cars together, thanks to some very kind donations, I've ordered the rebuild kit for the master cylinder for the 1959 Buick, and I hope to be getting into that next week. Of course, we are plowing through this Datsun job non-stop, really, until it is finished. We are probably not going to make the January 1st deadline, but we are going to probably only miss it by a couple of days. It's just pretty difficult around this time of year to actually put in 7 days a week on, you know, banging on rusty old cars. Everybody has family in town and this type of thing. So we are going to probably paint the car a week from the day you are seeing this. More work on the Buick coming, finishing the Datsun here. We're just doing the shell. The car will go home with Ash for reassembly, and we will pick at the doors and fenders and stuff over the course of the rest of the winter. I need to get the Volvo back in here and put tires on it and finish a couple of minor things on the engine. And then we are going to bring Dean Zetzel over and we're going to pull the transmission, and Bunny's transmission shop is going to take on the Edsel Cruise-O-Matic or whatever they called it back then. The transmission has been slipping since Dean got it on the road, but you can kind of work around it by starting off in low. That's getting a little tiresome, and let's go through the transmission. I think that'll be fun, and it'll make the car a lot more usable for Dean. Also, we'll be getting the engine back in the 59 Buick, and I'm going to start pulling the dashboard apart because I went in there the other day to try and make anything happen, and there's just absolutely nothing works. It's all completely rusted solid, so the whole dash has to come out, and we got to get started working on that. We'll be ready to paint the frame here this week, and then the engine and transmission will go in shortly after that. Also coming up, I will be reassembling the front end of the Citroen SM here. I've got all my headlights ready to go, and I've got kind of started organizing all the parts and everything, so we'll be doing a bit of that coming up soon. So SM will be getting work done. I spoke to Colin, and they are working on the Rover at his house. So Laura's Rover is scheduled to get back together, and so we're really hammering through, and it's thanks to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks everybody who supports the show and keeps it going. It's because of you guys that we can do this. Everybody have a terrific new year. See you soon. Cheers. This is a regular contributor.
Same old shit. You can customize your player with over 60 different.
And if you use discount code coldwarmotors, you can get 10% off.
That's right, you guys, right? Everybody's got to keep the lights on.
Nice.
Excellent exit. Oh, for fuck's sakes. No, sir.